the city of Carson, the capital of Nevada. We came here to have a look at the city. It's a beautiful city, very beautiful indeed. Very beautiful indeed. Okay. Our home guests took us around to see the beautiful city of Nevada. We're here.
And she said that masks are not required. You can wear one if you're more comfortable, but it's not required that you wear one.
Can video.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nice to meet you. Hello. Hello.
Thank you.
So, you have been in Nevada long?
I'm very happy to be here.
Very happy to be here. Good.
Very much.
Good. Yeah. Where do you teach?
I teach at North Valleys High School.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I'm American literature and world literature, 11th and 12th grade.
Wonderful.
And my colleagues are part of the program that comes to Nevada each year. There's actually 4 universities, and it is called the, gentlemen, what's the official name of the program?
The Fulbright
Teaching
program.
program.
So Teacher Excellence and Achievement
An
program.
achievement program, and it's a Fulbright program. And it's, I believe, approximately 80 teachers, is that right?
160 maybe.
Oh, wow. It's divided into 4 groups.
Yes.
And one of those groups comes to the University of Nevada each year. And as one of the educators that's connected to the program, I've hosted over numerous years, I've hosted teachers in my classroom. But this year, because they're science and math primarily, I'm a host, and so I'm showing them the area from this perspective.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, welcome to the Capitol.
Thank you so much.
And Janice is going to be our guide today. She said she can tailor the tour. And
Sure.
I never asked each of you how much time we had today, but we would love to see a bit of the Capitol building.
Okay.
And my history of Nevada, my knowledge of the history of Nevada is just okay, but I suspect Janice knows a lot more than I do. So
That's all right.
I'm going to defer to the expert here.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'm going to become the
But
student
you'll
once
help
again.
me.
Okay, sounds
You
wonderful.
could take pictures and I could record the visit here. You record the audio, is possible?
Sure.
Yeah, and you take pictures, okay?
And I'll take pictures as well, which I will then obviously share with all of you.
Okay.
Okay, and I record the audio. Okay.
I usually don't get filmed, recorded.
Did we do all introductions? So you've met each of our. Okay, I'm sorry.
Alex, but I no more than Alex.
Oh, okay. Alex is from Colombia,
Yeah.
and so they're perfectly capable. I'll let them introduce themselves to you, Janice.
Okay.
I'm Michael from Reno.
My name is Alex. I am
Alex.
from Colombia. I was born in Bogota, the capital city of Colombia. I actually currently live in Villavicencio. It's 2 years far away from Bogota. I'm a biology teacher.
Oh, are you?
And I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
I'm Ephraim Jacob. I'm from Nigeria.
From
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
I teach physics.
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 Oh,
I'm
yes.
so happy to be here. Thank you.
Timo Richard Winsibe, but I go by the Timo.
Simon.
Timo.
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 T-I-M-O-B.
T-I-M-O-B.
T-I-M-O-B. Timo.
T-I-I-M-O-B. Yes, it's from Ghana. I'm a biology teacher.
Biology.
Saviligu Senior High School.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, welcome to the Capitol.
Thank you.
The Capitol was finished in 1871. It probably is the oldest Capitol west of the Mississippi River.
Wow.
The Capitol in California, in Sacramento, was also built about the same time, but we got finished first. The U.S. Mint, which is the place that mints coins, U.S. coins was finished before this. It was built in 1866, and it's now the Nevada State Museum. And I don't know if you're going to visit.
If we have time, we might
Yeah.
we might get in there briefly.
They're minting today.
Oh,
Yeah,
That would be
they
incredible.
have the original coin press that made the coins here when the Comstock was providing a lot of gold and silver for Virginia City. And that's the reason actually that Nevada became a state, is the discovery of gold and silver in Virginia City.
And the coins were made of gold?
Some were gold and some were silver. Mainly the Comstock produced silver, so we aren't producing U.S. coins right now. We have commemorative medallions made of silver, and they're doing that today with the original coin press, which has been rehabilitated. So you can go and see them made if you want to.
wonderful.
Yeah, you should do that.
I'd love to do that.
Yeah. So Nevada came to be because of the discovery of gold and silver, and I wanted to tell you a little bit more about Carson City, the capital. A lot of people at the time thought that Virginia City, the source of all the gold and silver, should be the capital. But there was a very charismatic man named Abraham Curry who bought the ranch here in the middle of Eagle Valley. This is called Eagle Valley. And he wanted, when he had the land surveyed for the sale, he told the surveyor to lay out a plaza here, right where we're standing, and over there, of about 10 acres. And he told the surveyor that this would be the capital of Nevada. Now, at the time, there was nothing here but a cattle ranch.
But he was visionary.
But he was a visionary, right. He also discovered a quarry for the sandstone. The outside of this building and the building, which is the Mint, was built of the sandstone, and it was his quarry. And so he provided, and he built the U.S. Mint, and he was also in charge of the building of this building and several other buildings in town. He also started a fire engine company because most of the towns in the West were plagued by fire. Virginia City practically burned down because all of the buildings were wooden. So he was promoting stone buildings, sandstone buildings.
Yeah, for his own profit, but
Right.
also, but it made sense to do it, yeah.
Yeah, sure. So, the outside of the building is sandstone, and then there was an interior wall filled with rubble. But in 1977, this building was deemed unsafe because of earthquake and fire.
Okay.
So they had to decide, the people of Nevada, whether to tear down this building and build a new one, or to do the repairs to make this building safe. And so that's what they decided to do.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
But to do that, they had to take everything you see out of the building and store it somewhere else. And they had to number all the little tiles and put them back exactly the way they were.
Was.
The frieze at the top of the...
These are the original?
Yeah. The frieze at the top of the wall here is actually a piece of fabric. It's not painted on the wall, so they had to take that down. And all the beautiful staircases and everything
Do you
had to
notice
go.
there's the names of all of the different, the elements and the things that are common in Nevada mining. So you've got lead and platinum and barium and silver and gold and yes. So the names of the, I was sharing with them on our drive down here, talking with my older sister and her husband were geologists.
Oh, good.
And so they're living in Colorado now, but my sister got her PhD at the University of Nevada, the U.S.A School of Mines. So
Great.
yeah.
So everything had to come down, except the outside walls. And then they fixed, for the earthquake and fire, and then they put everything
Thank
back.
you.
How long do you think it took? 4 years.
4 years.
Yes.
Restoring.
Yes, yes. Big job.
Big job, big
Yeah.
patience.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you.
So we have our capital back. The capital, the original capital had to be extended on the north and south. As Nevada grew and there were more people here, there were more legislators elected, because this building, in the original building, was all 3 branches of government. The administrative, which is the governor and all of the administrators, and they're all still here. The judicial, the Supreme Court was upstairs, and I'll show you the original Supreme Court. Now it has a building over on the other side of the plaza. And the legislature, which was small in the beginning, but it grew as Nevada grew, and so they had to add on wings on both sides. When that was in 1915. And at the same time, they got this beautiful marble from Alaska. And so they installed the marble all over too.
Okay.
Beautiful, huh?
Oh, incredible.
Yeah. So you see on the walls the portraits of all the governors of Nevada. We've had 30. Our present governor is Steve Sisolak, and that's his portrait. But when he leaves office, he will have a portrait painted, and it will hang there, right by the door to his office. That's the governor's office. It's kind of the back door.
Okay.
And on the other side is the back door to the Secretary of State. So these are all the governors of Nevada. And probably won't tell you much about the governors, but they I will tell you about this one, however.
Okay.
This is the governor who was governor just before Steve Sisolak. Brian Sandoval was the first Hispanic governor of Nevada. And he is now the president of the University of Nevada in Reno.
I think we saw
He
it.
is the first Hispanic.
We saw him.
Yeah.
He came to us.
He came to talk
He
to
came and
you.
talked to us. Yes.
He is the first Hispanic president of UNR, and he is also a graduate of
University of
UNR.
Nevada.
And he is the first graduate to be the president. So he's pretty special.
He graduated from the University of Nevada just a couple years ahead of me.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was, we were never classmates to my knowledge, but he was at the university when I was there. I think we crossed over just briefly in his time at the university.
Yes, so he's pretty special. This is the governor before him, Jim Gibbons. He is mainly noted for, he's an aviator. He flew with the U.S. Air Force. He flew jets, fighter jets
Okay.
in Vietnam and also the Persian Gulf. After that, he was an airline pilot, and then he became governor.
Okay.
And Kenny Gwynn, I like to talk about Kenny Gwynn because it's a rags to riches story. His family were migrant fruit pickers in the Central Valley of California, very poor. He had a coach in high school who encouraged him to get scholarships and go to college, and he became a teacher. 4 years after he became a teacher, he was named the superintendent of schools of Clark County, which is where Las Vegas is. So it was a big jump. After that, he went into banking. He was president of a big bank in Las Vegas. And after that, he was president and chairman of the board of Southwest Gas. And then he was elected governor. He's mainly known in Nevada for the Millennium Scholarship.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah, you know about the scholarship.
My daughter is a recipient of the Millennium Scholarship. The Millennium Scholarship has been this amazing financial tool for students in the state of Nevada. If they meet all of the requirements, they receive state funds to stay